Hello, how are we doing? It is now Wednesday, 3rd of May 2017. Yeah, I just thought I'd done some notes on this, thought I'd do a weekly insight. Bit late this week. It is Wednesday. So I normally do this on a Monday, but I ended up going back to Madrid on the weekend for the bank holiday. So it's bank holiday on Monday, so I went back to Madrid, which was great. Had loads of fun there. It's the second time in 2 weeks. So I'm living the social dream there, nice and liquid. Um, yeah, and then yesterday, why didn't I do it yesterday? I can't remember what I had on yesterday. I had something on yesterday that I couldn't do. So anyway, it's 2 days late earlier than I'd normally would, but I don't think that's going to ruin anyone's lives. Um, so I'm going to have a look through the markets, but sorry, I'm playing with a toenail clipper for absolutely no reason. Um, but yeah, effectively last week's trading, I didn't lose any trades, so 0%. So I've still got the same equity curve as before, so there's nothing to report there really. Um, so yeah, no losses basically. So I'm still down 4.49%. Now, interestingly, this week I had a trade close out Monday, so I won't report that. I'll talk about that next week when I do the analysis on that. But we'll probably mention a bit of it here anyway. So what the hell's going on? I don't actually have any positions open at the moment, so things are quite quiet. I'm also trying not to. Got my Facebook open there. Great. Um, I'm also trying not to get too dragged into anything. Now it's the markets are kind of they're certainly moving, and anyone that's more of a day trader will be probably I would assume would be doing quite well at the moment. I've got a whole bunch of stuff I'm looking at. Just before we go into that, let's just have a look at a couple of things. So that trade I mentioned that I was in and got stopped out on was an oil trade. So I traded it short, and on the 8 hour here on the left hand side, I got what I consider a reasonable buy signal about here to go long. Um, Now, when did I do that? Yeah, it was here. So I saw this spike down like this, and I went long somewhere in between above this 49 here. So the actual trade was along the lines of that was about there, and this was about here. Um, and what happened? That has happened. So I'm all right with it. I actually kept my stop in pretty tight here because it was a daily. I was looking at this daily spike here, so I was thinking, there's a good chance that is it. But as you can see, it wasn't it, and it's gone along. But the reason I like this trade is though that there's no way that even if I put my stop behind this 48, I would have been gone. There's no way I would have put it down here because the way I was reading this was that's not really helping. The week was let's look at the monthly. The way I was reading it was that we were in this kind of ascending channel, which we still might be, but it was kind of like this was how I was reading it. So I didn't expect this low here to be as low as that, which looks like what we're heading for. So it's interesting. I don't know. I don't know where oil's going now. Maybe we're in a kind of range, or maybe it's about to go south again. I don't know. So we could be kind of in a range there, or maybe we're turning south. I mean, the indicators here suggest that we could be going short. So we'll see. But I'm giving it a wide berth now. It would have been great if I'd shorted. Well, I did short up here, but yeah, the contract expired. So yes, that's that. So US oil is taking a hammering. What else have we got? Silver. I'm a big silver addict, and that's been getting hammered as well. So let's get a slightly bigger picture on the weekly. We've been in a real pretty rapid decline actually on the weekly if you think about it here. So you could argue that there's going to be some support around the 16 value there. Although how I trade it, I don't know. I mean, on a weekly, well, now here we go. Now I'm coming in with a trade. So that would be the kind of play you could look at. So let's just do some maths on this. So what was that? 50. Let's call it 57 to 178, 57. So you could bounce off the 16. So let's have a quick look. Let's just do a quick. Where's my order? Well, I've now lost my order box. Where have you? Welcome to my life. Computers, the bane. Come on. There we go. Oh, shit, the bed. Are you coming back to me? Oh, there's my order box. Yes, I want a bloody restart. Okay, let's come up over here. Give me a second, guys. Oh, now you come back. Right, okay, let's have another look at this trade. So we are looking at silver. So you could, from a weekly perspective, do a buy there, be at 16. I'd expect it to kind of hit the 16, go over it. What did I say? 87 pips was it? So make that 87 pips, £35 trade. Maybe an 100 and what was it? 160 up there. 180 must have been. Account is closed. That's brilliant. So we'll swap that over. What does that look like? Yeah. So I mean that's not the worst trade. Oh, hang on. That's far too far away, isn't it, from the weekly? So I think you could probably try a trade like that. I'm going to discuss this with someone. So that's cool. What am I getting there? I'm getting 2 to 8, so 3.5 to 1, 3.5 R on that. So yeah, Virgil, if you're watching this, I want to discuss this trade with you. Anyone else got their opinions? That would be great to hear. I might be pinching this stop a little bit too much there, in which case that would probably need to come down to about there, which would give me still over. Yeah. Okay. So I think that might be the play. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that on there for now. But I'm going to keep a good eye on silver. So that's silver. Equity markets. Well, we've got correlation. Equities up, silver down. So UK 100 is still pretty high, basically fanning about now. German 30 is the highest it's been, I think. I mean, look at that. There's a nice trend. Yeah, still no sign of it coming south. And then what else have we got? So I've got a whole load of FX stuff noted down. So GBP, USD. I don't know. I haven't been through this second iteration. So I'll just give you a. So this has come up here. If we're looking at the. Hello, Alan. I'll be back with you in a minute, mate. If you look at the. So kind of support levels here. We've got support around this 1300 number. This is over on the daily. I don't know how. Is it monthly support? Yeah, well, I mean, so there's some sort of support there. You could argue that if GBP is still bearish, we'll be coming off of there. So yeah, on the right hand side here, you can see we've got starting to cross this 2-hour cloud here. So I'm keeping an eye on that to go short, basically. What else we got? USD CAD, USD CAD, ooh, USD CAD. Yeah, so I've mentioned a daily. What have I got on here? Oh yeah, it's just to note that it's running really nicely as a daily long here. So at some point this will flip and go short, and I liking this parallel here, so I'm keeping an eye on that. Euro Jappy. What have I noted here? Yep, same thing. So at some point this will turn. We are heading into some sort of support region here. You could argue that there's a play, support and resistance play off of here. It's not so much my sort of trade, to be honest, but there will be one in there. I'm not doing that though, because it's not really what I'm into. But GBP Swiss. So this, as I say, the GBPs at the moment are coming up to some sort of support level and turning south. Now this is actually interesting because if you look at the 2-hour here, right on the weekly, we're in a massive well, you can see it on the daily. We're in pretty much a big downtrend. We're at a support level here at this, and I'm now getting confirmation off of this level where it's broken through the cloud and it's pulled back. So this is now a super candidate for a trade for me. GBP Swiss, that has just come in as I've done the assessment with you guys. So I will put trade on that, which I will probably do in this video actually. Why not? How far did I get? Aussie dollar, Jappy. Yeah, what am I looking at here? Tuesdays, 2 hour. Yeah, so this is starting to come across back through. As you can see here on the daily, we went short. It's pulled back to kind of support level around here. As you can see, the support, come back to support, and now we're going short. So that's worth a short. Aussie dollar, Jappy, and moving that up as well. I will reevaluate this. GBP CAD. Before I put the thing on, GBP CAD. Yep, so again, it's just these support levels. So I see this, so I look over to the left on my weekly one. So we've got this support level here, as you can see on the left hand side relatively clearly. We are we've kind of overshot it, but that's no biggie. And then you can see that this is starting to think about going short. Now thinking about going short is nowhere near enough to actually go short, but yeah, you could see it happening. Okay, so I'm just keeping an eye on that. And again, that's the GBP. So the GBPs appear to be testing, as always, they go correlated. So then NZD, what have I got on here? What have I noted here? NZD weekly 2 hour support. So it'll be the same thing, that we're back at this support level on the weekly. Yeah, it's not so clear there, is it? And that we're already in this cloud, and we could, yeah, so it's because we're in this cloud, that's why I've got the 2 hour written down there. So that might pay off. Probably leave that one for now. And Euro NZD, keep eyes on it. Why am I keeping eyes on it? Oh, again, it will be this 2 hour cloud. Yeah. Cool. Look at that, riding that support line there. That's pretty impressive. That just shows the itchy, keeping it up at its end of the deal, really. But anyway, that's that. So before I go back to that GBP Swiss trade, yeah, there's been some news this week. I've missed quite a bit of it. We've got a rate decision at 6 o'clock. That's in 20 minutes. From now. Ooh, I'm saying I'm putting in my trades. Am I going to do anything with a GBP Swiss? Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad in theory. I might just let that news pass though, to be honest. So there we go. ECB stuff tomorrow. Yeah, probably knock us around. And non-farm payrolls on Friday. So yeah, there's definitely some news out there to be careful of. Now, what was I looking at? GBP Swiss. Was that the one? Let me confirm. GBP Swiss. Now, GBP CHF. This is a really interesting point, because you can see here, we've got this support level here, and we're moving through this cloud, and it's apparently broken this level. So you see, what I'm actually thinking is that you could argue here that it's got through this. Bugger this. Oh, it's my mum and dad. It's got through this, and you could probably whack a stop about there, you see, which would give you pretty good, pretty good leverage actually, because you could get in for a 35 pip stop. But the question is, how often does this sucker fail? I mean, I quite like it, to be honest. But is the smart move to So you could quite easily say, well, the smart move would be to put your stop up there because then you know the trade's definitely failed. I mean, there's also support and resistance play in here, you see. So this is my brain just going here. So you could argue that, you know, you've got 180 pip stop and a 500, 600 pip support and resistance trade. So where would that be if I put this over here? I don't want to take up too much of your time, but I mean, maybe this is showing a bit of how I might approach a trade. Right, so it's actually miles away. So, do I do 1/4% on this? I have to say, I'm very tempted. I'm using the 15-minute chart for entry, basically. So whilst I don't technically use it too much, I do like to get, you know, if I can get what, because I could buy it at sell it at market here, but I always like to let the market walk into my trade. So if I can do a bit better than market, I'm generally a happy boy. I think that's worth a trade of 1/4%. So I am going to right, okay, so the trade is the following. So that is the trade, and I would probably put in an overly aggressive and ambitious limit, just because I like to get a limit in there, just in case you get some incredible. I mean, that's far too ambitious, but just in case you do get some sort of insane spike, which would be ridiculous. So I'll put that in about there, but still never going to happen. So that is the trade. Now the problem we have with this trade as it stands currently is that we have a news announcement in 15 minutes. So I will probably remove this trade. I'm going to remove it and let that pass. I think that's what I'm going to do anyway. But anyway, you get the idea of what I'm trying to do here. There is definitely a play for a support and resistance trade off of this as well. It's almost worth both, actually, to be honest. So could I do 1/2% on that? And the thing is, I've kind of missed it a bit on this one, though. That's the thing. I should have caught it up here. So no, I'm late on this one. I'm going to do some more analysis. Anyway, I've taken up enough of your time. Yep, I would love to hear your feedback. I don't know how much benefit you get out of this, but it does help me being able to explain it and let you know what's going on. So there you go. Love you lots. Hope your trading's good. Hope your businesses are good. Hope you're living the dream. Hope you're getting everything you can out of life. Love you lots. Live the dream. Bye bye.